I'm Rob, and today we're at the Swan Inn in Emery Down. So the Swan Inn's 18th century and was almost destroyed by fire in 2006, but it's been rebuilt and it looks lovely and original. So we'll leave the Swan behind and we'll head towards Lyndhurst on the main road. So this is Lyndhurst and it's pretty busy with traffic. It's the administrative centre for the whole New Forest. That house there is Queen's House and that is the headquarters of the Verderers Court. Now the Verderers Court is specific and unique to the New Forest in that they're like a kind of magistrate. They sort of uphold the rules that the commoners have to follow. And the commoners are the people that keep their pigs and horses and cattle on the forest. And it's all administered from there. So we're just going to come up off the road and have a look at St Michael and All Angels Church. So around the back of the church is the grave of Mrs Reginald Hargreaves, and as you may have seen on the plaque, she was the inspiration for Alice in Wonderland's Alice that was written by Lewis Carroll. She was actually the daughter of a rector, I think it was here, as a friend of Lewis Carroll. And we're going to go down those steps. So let's take a walk down the high street. So at the end of the high street we've got Meridian Modena, who were a Maserati dealership originally, but now they seem to have gone over to Ferrari. Very nice too. Brilliant for all those little country lanes in the forest. I didn't get much off-roading done in them. So anyway, let's leave Fantasyland behind. So possibly that's what they want to do. Of course, Conan-Doyle's better known for his Sherlock Holmes novels, and the fact he was one of the first goalkeepers for Portsmouth FC. There's the war memorial for the village, and Bolton's bench. So as I said, this is Bolton's bench. And there's a very interesting local legend about how this hill and tree got there. Starts off, there was a dragon, a milk drinking dragon, and it lived in Biston in the forest. Now the locals got fed up with this milk drinking dragon, so they wanted to kill it, but they couldn't kill it. Eventually they hired a knight, a chap named Berkeley, with 2 dogs, and he said, yep, I'll kill that dragon. So he hid away and waited for the dragon to come along, and there was a tremendous fight. Both dogs got killed. The fight raged all across the forest, all the way from Biston, all the way across to here in Lyndhurst, where Berkeley eventually slayed the dragon. The dragon died right on that spot there, and his body became that hill. Now Berkeley, victorious but worn out, also succumbed. It was too much for him, the fight had taken too much out of him, and he also died. And he turned into the tree on top of the hill. Interesting, eh? Lovely picnic area, handy for the town, lovely cricket pavilion, games of cricket, great place to come and watch the cricket. Very nice place to spend some time in total, Lyndhurst.
Well, mind you, where I live, yeah.
And true to its name, there's a bench. And this, of course, is a yew tree. As you all know, yew trees are absolutely revered by Christians as a sign of death and resurrection. This one, Berkeley the Knight, because their branches dip down, touch the ground, and make new yew trees. You see there are actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 in there, all from the original one that was planted or came from Berkeley's body, whichever you believe. Anyway, back down the hill to get back on the route of our walk. So we've come away from Bolton's Bench, back on the main road. We're heading down towards Southampton on the pavement. I'm not going to go that far. Well, that's a recurring theme with all the guest houses and hotels here. No vacancies. That's the bonus of having a global pandemic, I suppose. So I just noticed on the other side of the road there is actually a gate onto the forest, so you could walk from Bolton's Bench across the forest lawns and through those bits of woods, so you wouldn't have to walk along the pavement. So at the golf course sign we're going to turn left and head on to the golf course. I noticed there's an underpass as well, so that's another option for crossing over from a walk down through the forest from Bolton's Bench. So as you come to the golf course you see a little path there, and we're going to follow that. And we're going to head towards the corner there. I think there's a footbridge along there somewhere. So we got carried away with the ponies there. There was a bit of a defined path there which leads us down to this footbridge, so we did find it. So when you get to the two white silver birch trees here, they're taking the path off to the left. So Lyndhurst has always been at the centre of the pony trade, and there used to be a pony fair, or pony sales, and a fair down at the White Swan Green, which is just by the White Swan where we started the walk. But then it moved up to here, and this is the old race course, and they had some quite influential races here and pony sales, and they had a fair, and we're in the area of Fair Cross, or we've just passed the area of Fair Cross, So yeah, racehorses used to thunder around here, but in 1880 it closed, and in 1890 it became a golf course, and it's been a golf course ever since. So we come out of the woody bit there, and it's a nice open bit of forest. There's several tracks, possibly why it's called Fair Cross, because there's lots of tracks coming in. But ours is the one dead ahead, so you can see the big tall oak tree there. So we follow on forward. So here we are, we come out of the forest onto the main Lyndhurst Cadnam Road, and we're going to take a left and then turn right again back into the forest. Typical of Lyndhurst in the summer, that traffic's heading down to the traffic light junction that we saw. They've been talking about bypass for years, but where would you go? North of the forest you go through beautiful forest, south of the town you go through beautiful forest. So, you know, maybe better to put up with the traffic. Anyway, we're going to cross in between the stationary traffic, because we're going into these woods here, which are the Fold Gate enclosure. Traffic's moving a bit quicker that way. We're going in through that gate over there. So the tracks through the old dank wood are a little bit not so brilliant, but I believe we're going to go left and then follow the track around to the right. So if you're looking at the map it said straight on, but that path you couldn't really see through the dank woods. This path is a little bit more discernible. So we're going to follow this, and according to the map it just bends round and joins up anyway. I'm not so sure it's walked that often. So I don't think a lot of people use these woods, but more by luck than judgment, if you've managed to stay on the path and climb over the fallen trees, you'll come out here, or hereabouts. So we've clambered out of the bushes. There's a more defined path there, but we couldn't find it from the road. I think that's where you should have gone. But we're turning left to follow this path, which will hopefully show us the source of the Beaulieu River. According to the map, somewhere around here is the source of the Beaulieu River. I'm not sure it's these puddles. Over to the left behind these houses somewhere, possibly where we walked through, a bit of forest there, but I don't know, there's nothing obvious anyway. The Beaulieu River runs 12 miles starting here or hereabouts, runs right through obviously Beaulieu, Buckler's Hard, and enters the Solent at Needsore Point. So that's the former Fenwick Hospital. Looks like they've still got something going on there, but yeah, it was a maternity place at one time. A lot of forest people born in there. But we carry on straight down the road. Lovely roadies down this road. So at the junction up at Bunker Hill. Cadnam and Minstead that way, Pikes Hill that way, but we're going to go this way. So we've come round the bend from the junction. Single track road we're passing places there, but we're going up the gravel track. I wonder what that was. And there we go, we come off the track, back on the little lane by that cutesy cottage, and we follow the lane along. So we've come out of the end of Silver Street into Emery Down, and we're going to turn left back up the road to the pub. So when you get to Swan Green, I'm going to turn in, tell you a little bit about it. So this is Swan Green, it's opposite the Swan pub over there, as you can see, and this is where the first pony sales were held until they moved up to the racecourse, and then in 1880, when the racecourse closed, they moved down to Beaulieu Road station, where they are now. So here we are, we're back at the Swan Inn again. It's been a 4.5, 5 mile walk. Lovely bit of scenic town, lovely forest countryside, a little bit of legend up there at Boltons Bench, and back at the pub for well-earned refreshments. So anyway, if you enjoyed the walk, then please like and subscribe, really helps if you do, and possibly see you on the next one.
Thank you.